Hey everyone. So I'm just picking some flowers while we wait for raid to start. Well, right here. Well, going after the board, so somewhere right here.
Motherfucker, Kevin. I hit the edge of the fucking wall. Don't fucking leave me and not res me.
What? Why?
I either hit the wall or my water walking on the mount went off. Which I don't think is the case.
Surrender or be destroyed.
There is a distinct possibility that we may have someone come to try us out next week.
Ooh.
We best not try and scare him off then.
And it's a warlock.
I guess I should. Guess I should not be here next week then.
Wait, how are they playing an imaginary class, everyone?
We'll
I
just,
don't know.
we'll just tell them we're trying you out too.
I'll be sure to read a steamy romance novel the minute they get in this week.
They would have come tonight, but they have company coming, so.
A wise choice.
I did mention Saturday, so they may decide to come if we do anything Saturday. So, Grim, don't be surprised if a Tasty Dots wants to speak on that tune, because that's the one I gave them.
Whispereth if you need summons. Why does Sears keep calling my house? Didn't they go out of business?
Not completely.
Automotive still good.
They're not all completely out of business. There's still some stores around.
I called my parents and told them yesterday that I just got a good news from a phone call that I've finally been approved for the student loans I've been inquiring about. Been out of school for 12 years now.
Yeah. One of my sons keeps getting a call about renewing the warranty on his vehicle.
Oh yeah, the Volkswagen that I've never purchased.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I love how the next step of the Eternal Palace thing is getting 200 Eternal Ornaments.
200, yes sir, I did that earlier. Turned that one in to get the quest for the 200, yeah.
Anyone in?
I can send summons out.
Okay.
Was it you and Tone? Or Like, I guess. And then I thought Graf was gone, but it says he's in the Internal Palace.
Yeah, already gone inside.
I'm by the
Stupid Sandstone Drake
Where's
trying to click and keep getting tossed on.
Dev? Get out of the way. Where's Chris?
He will probably be late. Well, he'll definitely be late if he makes it.
Aww.
He'll probably be late. Yeah, 10 minutes past raid time. That's now.
I know.
Clicky, clicky.
I thought I did.
guess we'll set out here until we figure out the healing situation.
May you find what you seek. Be kind to those less fortunate.
It's that elusive warrior healer.
They give you the axe and heal you.
Well, it's paladin and monk.
And after that was a warrior listed. I think that's brown.
I like the hunter healer.
Hey, now we actually can. Thank you very much.
Yeah, your goddamn pets.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the warrior could have bandages. You don't know, Everland.
You know, I don't think I have any bandages left. I think I sold them all.
Graph.
Yeah.
Can I, where are you in here?
Yeah.
Okay, I trade with you for a second. Yeah, I got one more. Can you? Oh, did I actually give it to you?
I don't know why it's not given to you. Oh, no, you don't. Never mind.
Do you have lockpicking 600?
Yeah.
I'll just give them to you and give them back. What the hell's a spirit ichor?
It's just junk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look, get the same thing pretty much twice.
Trying to see what I have to do to get my better SSs.
Considering it's a drop of this off of this boss, it's highly unlikely that anyone else has that ring yet.
I couldn't remember where I got that. It's off of
Probably time walking.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. No, I didn't get that from time walking. Yeah, I got it from time walking. I didn't realize it was off of a shard. I thought you meant Zakul.
No, if it was off of the cool, we'd have a chance of someone else having it.
Yeah. I just have no recollection of getting it. Which is funny because my rings were like $3.95 before that.
Didn't do time walking. I didn't realize that gave away raid gear.
It was the reward from doing 5 last week.
Yeah, I totally skipped doing those.
I don't
Thank
think
you, Brack.
I don't think I knew until someone like reminded us in Discord.
I knew, I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm lazy sometimes.
I think and just blast through them. They were all pretty easy. I didn't get any of the just plain stupid wrath dungeons from the end of it.
I know exactly which dungeon you're talking about, Revolt the 2.
Yeah.
Pit was one of them, yeah.
I think the very first one I got into was Pit, and it was the last boss. So I was there for all of 5 minutes.
And then you never got the Nexus or whatever it's called. Oh, fuck me if I ever get.
I was in Nexus, but that one's not terrible.
No. Spire? Whatever the hell that.
Yeah.
The one where you fly around on the dragons.
Oculus.
I swear.
And it's not part of time walking.
It isn't?
Oculus is not part of time walking, is it? I didn't think it.
Pretty sure it is.
Why would it not?
Because they only pick so many of them. They only
Oh.
pick like 5.
Oh,
that
it
might
is.
make
I
sense.
could have sworn it was.
Because I got
Oh.
Halls of Lightning, I think, 2 or 3 times. I did it on 2 characters, so it all blends. But I got Halls of Lightning several times. I got Nexus at least twice. And I think I got... Was it Utgard Pinnacle at least twice?
A guard pinnacle kind of sucks. Just because of the fears.
I think I got my. I think I got the blue proto Drake last time time walking was up for that. I know I have it from doing something. I think it was time walking.
Yeah, it's kind of back to the point. If it wasn't for the damn fears on Utgard Pinnacle, you could pull half the dungeon at a time.
I got Gundrak a few times. I got the Pit of Sauron, which I believe is the one where I jumped in right.
They still need to do Halls of Reflection, though.
They won't do it.
I missed that one.
Those were the only ones I did. Utgard Pinnacle, Nexus.
Meanwhile, for the WAD time walking, they didn't even put the best WAD dungeon in.
The train?
Yeah, that was like the only one they didn't include.
Yeah, but people kept complaining that you died if you went off the side.
What was the train?
Grim Rail Depot.
Yeah. You
Oh,
like
wow.
from the back of the train to the front of the train. While it's on the track.
I thought we were still talking about Wrath. I missed that.
Oh.
I'm looking at the whole list here.
Yeah, but they like... Man, I can't believe you die if you jump off the train.
Go
Wow.
figure.
I never said it was logical. It's just that's what people complained about.
It's like asking them to put the bumpers up at the bowling alley.
What's wrong with that?
Best way to bowl
It's cheating.
is not.
Cheating if you're good at bowling. If you're bad at bowling, it's perfectly fine.
You just keep that score separate from when you don't have bumpers.
I needed bumpers for a while because I'm like, I used to be really bad at it, but I got fairly decent at bowling.
It's like a bowling glitch run, speed run.
Speed run glitched.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason I'm thinking of throwing a hot dog
All
down the
frames.
hallway. But that's something different.
I just threw out a bunch of hot dogs I found in my fridge that are about a month old. Didn't trust them. I also found a dead groundhog outside.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that was in your fridge too.
It is now.
Groundhog jerky, man.
Waste not, want not.
He doesn't remember putting it there, but it was there.
Probably died when it got a hold of the sauce.
Actually, at my high school, there was a groundhog that lived around, and we'd try and chase it around during lacrosse.
That was your mascot, right?
No. Our mascot was a guy on a horse. Not even kidding about
My high
that.
school's mascot was a dude with a pickaxe.
You should be able to fish in this.
I'm sorry, a climbing axe, because he was called a hilltopper. And apparently, not even a mountain climber, a hilltopper, and you need a pickaxe or a climbing axe to climb.
Yeah, I had a... That's hilarious. Our mascot was the Charger, and there was one of the teachers was like, oh, you know it's just the horse. It's like, yes, the horse is called the Charger, but you also call the man on the horse the Charger sometimes. And they wouldn't have included the man on the horse if it wasn't to be implied that he was the mascot, as opposed to the horse.
I'm a Cleveland Indians fan, and I have no idea what the heck slider is supposed to be.
Small hamburgers.
It looks more like a Muppet. Here, I'll link a picture.
Pretty
That's
sure
what
I know
I'm
the one you're talking
thinking.
about.
If it's what I'm thinking of.
Man.
You talking about Muppets, now I'm thinking about Gritty. How that character even came to be, I don't know.
I know the designer of the Gritty.
That's how I want to be represented in Cleveland.
That's how I want to be buried.
What? Perry.
Buried
In that suit?
in that suit.
There's
Open casket and everything.
I'm not sure you'd fit in a casket in that suit.
Okay, now I'm thinking, this is a local baseball team. They're like one of the minor leagues. I don't know what it is. But it's just like they have a character like that. I can't remember what the hell his name. Let's see if I can find a picture of it.
See if I want more healer. I really don't want to try doing this fight with 2 healers again. It's fine up until the last phase, and the last phase just wrecks your shit as you start having to overload the console.
Yeah, and then the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, Cavalier is like a swordsman. Our mascot is a dog called Moondog, which, I don't know.
Moondog.
Here is a team called the Bay Sox's mascot.
And then that's the logo for my high school's football team. Notice that's called a hilltopper, and those are definitely mountains. Also, baseball mascots are pretty ridiculous for the most part.
Yeah.
They all look like they would honk.
He tops the hills that are on top of mountains.
With a pickaxe. Like Minecraft Steve.
Petition the high school to rename it to the Minecraft.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Actually reminds me of the little dude from Price is Right. You know the game I'm talking about.
Yeah. The like Plinko thing.
It's the one where he's going up the hill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think that one guy might be confused.
Welcome. Browse at your leisure. Remember the lessons of the past.
Oh yeah, the mountain climb, the cliffhanger. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
That's all I can watch now.
Yeah, that the yodeler or whatever from Price is Right.
I gotta find that for a ringtone for my phone.
Do we want to summon the...
Oh, Warlock's inside. Why don't we throw up a gate in here?
Okay. I'm not
He's
used
in
to
the-
having...
he's just waiting outside. We never expect much from warlocks. They're always the last ones to show up.
Well, at least the good ones are like that.
They have to spend a bunch of time farming soul shards. Come on.
God, I hated that.
Okay, Keely, it shouldn't be a problem, but I have a giant omen meter now.
Is it like most of your screen? I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope so.
I have a macro, so it just covers you wherever you're standing.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be handy. I would always know how far I am from the heal.
I guess another minute or two. If I can't get another DPS, we'll just go with this.
I was really, like, curious once I saw that article linked. I'm like, wait, so it wasn't necessarily just us? That was weird.
No, I mentioned that yesterday that they were going to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
If
knew
we're
about
going
it.
back, are we going back to tanking the boss in the same place as last week?
Yeah, that'll keep the shadow pools away from where we're standing.
Okay.
For the first phase, anyways, yes, that's fine.
Yeah, they lasted longer than I thought they would.
They last the entire fight, don't they?
Nope. They were gone halfway through the second phase, roughly.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! See, another
Oh my
warlock.
god, we have a warlock.
Another
I mean,
warlock.
a second warlock.
What?
And he's the last. He's the last one here. Go figure.
Of course it is.
If you
Oh,
summon
sorry,
a
I just
warlock,
misclicked.
if you summon a warlock with a summoning portal, does he implode? Are they allowed to do that?
They can summon themselves. Yes.
Yes, I've come through my own home many times.
We call it birth.
Yeah, but can they be summoned by another warlock? Doesn't that make them like a minion?
If you summon through another warlock, you instantly become the current warlock's minion for the next 20.
There's something in the warlock handbook that I'm sure I missed.
I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Slowly. Painfully.
With your demon?
No, with my steamy romance novel.
I can think of worse ways to go.
Oh, you. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Is anybody a jewel crafter here?
Oh my gosh. I literally just realized, Dev, that we killed Zeku last night.
Yes.
Now when you said this boss, it makes a lot more sense.
That's how you done it with...
Are you offline or invisible on BattleNet?
I'm a slowpoke.
I have not survived
Because I don't
for
see your
10,000
character online.
years
Yet
just
you're
to fall
messaging
to
me.
a swarm of rats.
Hey, now try it.
If anyone can access the guild bank, they should be able to pull a haste gem out. I think there's still some in there.
Oh, you need a haste gem?
I do.
Graf does.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying any attention.
Balls.
Listening to them talking, Carrie. I have some.
The 4D one's fine.
Yes, I still have some 40 ones.
Sure. That'll bring us to 15. It'll be good. Alright. We'll do list.
Where are you?
Invisible.
Well, duh. Well, then you just don't want this.
Right behind you.
If I had to place bets, he won't explode. We'll just summon him inside out.
We can work with that.
The Terralian again.
Oh my gosh, we have 3.
Yeah.
We have 3 of the imaginary class. This is
Oh,
We've
wow.
got 4 druids. Is this a limit raid?
Yes.
no,
What?
it's just our average rate again.
Didn't they stock him?
limit was all balanced druids, warlocks, mages, and hunters, and then a random demon hunter and I think a ret paladin.
I was gonna say
There
we're
might have been
missing
a
2
monk,
hunters for it to be a normal.
Death Knight. Missing a Death Knight.
Then the 2 brewmaster
Oh,
kings.
we
And a
haven't
monk.
had a
Ah,
death
yeah,
knight
okay, that's what the
forever.
monks. Yeah, they had the random demon hunter to make their mages and warlocks do more damage and balance kin.
Okay.
Now that I think about the paladin, might have been holy.
Food.
Yeah. Because.
And this is the new one.
Fancy.
Why is it so small?
That's what she
I
said.
didn't even see it.
I just make them, okay?
It's very
blends in.
from one direction, from a certain direction. It's very phallic looking.
Okay, so that's where the spare parts went into that.
Okay, who do I need to kind of give the rundown of this fight to? I think
The fanciest
most of us.
espresso machine I've ever
Be me.
Rex, you've done it.
Cal needs it.
Yeah, I've seen the video and I've read it, but I haven't actually done it.
I'll
Oh,
give you
you're ahead of a lot of other people.
I'll give you the really short version then of what we've learned. I just want to make sure I get a cauldron.
There's 15 of us, so we're gonna take 2.
Yep. So you get the concept of the wards on the ground. You saw those in the video.
As good as I can get.
So the short of it is you can stand on it and it saps away your health to repower it. 1 stack is worth 10% of your max health, so we tend to not go past 5 or 6. Or you end up getting one shot by things, which is not fun. What else is really, really important? We'll stun and kill the Hulk pretty quickly in phase 1. Phase 2. Oh. Phase 3 with the spear. Just make sure you don't point it towards one of the walls or anything, because if it hits a wall, it fucks us all for damage. Make sure that you try and pierce a shield and it goes out the end, and the pointy end goes way out into the water out there. Try and skewer one of the big fish. Let's do that. Skewer one of the fish out there. That's what you're aiming for. And then the last phase, we're just gonna have to deal with it as best we can, and we'll call when the big ad comes out, so we don't want it to die, or we want it to die before it hits the middle, sacrifices itself during phase 2. And then the last phase, I'll be working the console, trying to keep it all its charges down. If you get shit, what's it called?
Beckon?
Beckon?
No, Beckon I'm not too worried about. If you get Essence of Azeroth, do as much fucking damage as you can, because after 40 seconds you're gonna die. Essence of Azeroth.
I'm switching to blinding light for the ads because I think I can make them cancel or cast.
Got her soul's vortex.
That is a
Go.
good point. Do I have any tomes?
I have some.
I already got one. Unless you wanted one to.
Could use one because I'll switch to blinding light too. I don't need
Doing it
repentance for this fight.
I apologize if I start to cry a little bit because I can't have Ursul's and Feral Charge at the same. A Warlock cookie.
No.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh my god, I have an easy way to get across the room. This is awesome.
Tastes shadowy.
Do you want another one?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I call the cursed lovers to enter this
15 seconds, Keely.
15 seconds. Well, you could just get like tricks and stuff, you know.
I forgot about that.
That means I have to find my misdirect button. Seriously.
It means that Graph can tricks and just go balls to the wall. He doesn't have to get himself killed all the time when he pulls off.
What is this tricks you speaking?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I cannot defile.
This is why you eat so much dirt. Just saying. Oh, middle.
You are mine.
Yeah, we need to top up some of these. So, what? Oh, we're not standing in one of them? Yes.
Show yourself. I've lost you, Tyrannus. My lord, never leave my side again.
Cool. I love it when my my spike drops as I have.
There is no power I cannot defile.
Hulk incoming.
I got a stun for this one. There we go. What?
There.
Someone hit him with something. He immediately got the buff.
Like, this isn't playing blame game. I think it was the Demon Hunter stuff.
You can say my name. It's cool.
I mean, it's probably me.
Cosmos is in a bubble.
In the middle.
You've grown complacent.
Intermission.
Allow me to liven
But yes, you're probably right. It was me.
But yeah, because if it was the first one to
I'm
wear
usu-
off, it would have been the one that.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty quick on the stun, so someone definitely jumped in quick. Whatever, we're through it.
No, because if her stun was the first one to wear off, which it could have been like half a second.
I know, I get it. Whatever. Not a big deal. Flame Rex. Sounds like a plan.
Who's taking me first? Or who first? With
Fifth, yeah.
Someone should stand in the middle, please. Siphon that off.
Huh?
And then we got a bunch of people at 0. You should start rotating in on the one she's standing beside. Try and keep it as close to full as possible. And we don't have to move her.
Tom?
Kneel before your queen.
5, 4, 3.
Big bomb.
1.
Found the line of sight.
Taste of my power.
No, like, it's running in place.
The wind slices to the bone.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people at 0 still. You guys need to be siphoning or powering up.
Taunt.
Big ad in the middle. Other side. It can't be CC'd, so don't even bother trying.
Another heart
Kill
soon
it.
to be broken.
I changed major essences somewhere.
Still see people with 1 stack. You can still give some more.
I've got 7 seconds.
Okay. Remember, you're aiming for both 4 or 5 stacks.
It didn't seem to go up. It was really
Huh?
weird.
If it's full, it won't give you more.
Kneel before your queen. From darkness, sirens come forth.
5,
Intermission.
4, 3.
Coax the power from these ancient wards. Rattle the chains that bind him.
Ashara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth.
Remember, we're going to the Tide Mistress that has less energy. Which will be the one that's not at the console. Left side, from where we're pointing at the boss.
Let's bring more.
Don't you, heroes? Every move you've made has been according to mine.
Focus on this. See if we can kill this one before she fires the shields.
You could save Azeroth by empowering your shining little heart. The gift of a sleeping
Taunt.
titan.
Watching for the Myrmidon.
Out. He's over here on the other side.
Oh, he's on the other side.
You need a gnome.
You guys got to bring them over because those guys.
I couldn't see the nameplate on the other side of the.
One dead.
Taunt.
Head over to the other Tide Mistress. Let's see who gets the spear first.
The ritual nears completion. The Black Empire rises, and the world of
Reverse. Nope. Kill the Tide Mistress.
There will be no coronation this day. Belisra, aid me.
Taunt.
Together we can hold her here. 5. Now you will know what it means to be trapped, Ashara.
Big bomb.
I am Ashara. I was destined to rule. Now force can bind me.
Champions, claim victory.
Okay, we got a whole bunch of people at 0. You guys need to be repowering these. Let's not go into the last phase like this. We can also battle res too.
Crystalline protection.
Shields back up.
I've got the thingy on me. It's down again.
Other Myrmidon's coming up.
Lovers' hearts split asunder.
Start working these Myrmidons down.
Yep. We're going into last phase here.
The song of the deep rings to call him forth.
Got the other one done.
Yeah, I'm gonna start releasing the console.
Evelyn, you're
That's 3.
clear. Go soak the bottom room. And Electro, you're clear too.
Move her.
Yeah, she's powering up. Got the last one? Okay, console's down.
That
Overlook.
void.
I'm gonna move her to the other side of the console.
Remember, we gotta be repowering the wards. Don't let them get so low.
Well, I don't need a tank anymore, so I can get a bunch.
This need not be the end for any of
Can't
us.
see. There we go.
Time for
Alright.
me to die.
The hunger with which you pursue your desires.
It doubles my holy power again.
You can take a couple more.
Refuse and be crushed beneath the tides.
Mine's almost dropped.
Veruca, you're clear. Graph, you're clear.
Okay, console's clear.
Grim, you're clear.
Yeah, I'm trying not to die though as I dive into this console. There's a portal on it.
Get away from that.
Like, you're clear.
Shit. It's fucking nether portal.
Yeah, it's right on top of that area. It's horrible.
I know, I have to keep running in and hitting the console.
I turtled to be able to soak up that one back there.
We're gonna lose that one rune in a second.
6 seconds and I can get, well, shit.
Rex your glare.
24 seconds, I can get a bunch.
I'm gonna max out because I'm gonna die soon.
Watch out, Grim.
Gaze.
Trying to bait out a portal.
Can you taunt for a sec while I grab some stacks?
No, don't worry. I'll drop my stocks. Don't worry. You keep going.
Reversal.
Oh, everyone's on the other side of the portal.
I got.
No, I couldn't click bubble fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just doing people dead at this point, but that's the entire fight.
Okay, how do we work the positions for the nether portal things?
They randomly drop on. Okay, so the only way to really deal with that is have the range spread out and stay away from the console and stay away from the important areas because it randomly picks people to drop it on.
I don't remember anybody being there when it did.
It might have been on me when I was standing in front of it. It might have just been bad luck when I was clicking the console. It happened to drop it on me. I'll just have to watch the timer and be away from it when that's about to drop. But if you're not working the console, which is pretty much I'm doing it unless I'm dead, yeah, try not to be near it. So I still need to be able to run in and soak off the Azurite.
And the Myrmidon.
Yeah, I'm making a macro.
He killed me with one melee.
I got the second one.
It really hurts.
Again, help us out. If it's spawning and we're not like making a... I know that it's quick, but I mean, genuinely, this fight sucks because of this bubble. Because I like having my camera all the way out, and if I'm... Depending on how I'm maneuvered, sometimes I'm zoomed right on in on Ashara.
You just need us to call it out for you?
If you see it coming in, he doesn't like pop up and immediately start smashing. You get like a couple seconds.
Okay.
The other option is run towards the tanks and be closer to tanks so we can see them too. I know
Then
ranged
we're probably
characters
gonna
like to
drop
play out in
shit
the
on
middle,
you.
but still.
We're probably going to drop shit on you if we do that.
I'm making a macro to target them anyway.
Okay, I pulled Misdirect up to a better spot where I can get to it easier, so I will see what I can do.
If you make a macro to slash target one of the tanks, and then immediately cast Misdirect, then you'll just toss it on us automatically.
I used to do that with a focus macro when I put there.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm like, how did I do it on my hunter? Use a focus macro.
Yep. If I didn't have a focus, it automatically put it on my pet instead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, more than one. Absolutely, as many people as needed can stand on the wards, and it'll just keep soaking from them. If it maxes out, though, it'll stop taking, so it won't take more than you need. So you don't have to worry about, taking too many stacks if it fills up. It'll stop. Yeah, that's the entire fight. We just got to sort out that last phase a little bit more. What was she at anyway?
Last time I remember was
18. 18. And we didn't even get hero, did we?
I'm dumb. I want to get the spelling of Myrmidon right. Oh no, just MYR should work though.
Yes, partial words to work.
Anyone in here named MYR?
Nope. There you go. Then it won't target anyone on your team. Only things that are hostile to you.
Well, this thing does not look like a feast, does it?
It's a machine.
It looks like a neutral paste.
Yes, it's just paste.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it. I thought it was.
It looks like a sex toy.
We're RimWorld now.
Alright, get the
You good,
cannibals
If?
out.
You good, If?
Where's the food? I can't
It's on now.
It's gone. It just disappeared.
I got
Rex
my.
ate the last of it.
Everything's like a slightly off shade of purple. Even all of you people.
Yes, and we all kind of blend into the floor.
Not colorblind. I'm gonna blame it on that for right now.
Come on, my chesticles aren't that purple.
It is called
Rex.
a loyal Myrmidon, not just Myrmidon.
Rex, yell for us. Give us your buff. There.
I didn't forget. Don't worry.
I can't trust you yet.
It's because I wanted to stand in the middle and make it look good. Come on now.
All right, let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I call the cursed lovers to enter the stage. Their eyes long for one another, yet their gaze incurs calamity. There is no power I cannot defile.
Hold.
This warden needs some more help. I'll get a few stacks on it right now. Okay. Someone else needs to jump in that.
You are mine.
Okay, now's a good time.
Didn't lose health.
We're all charged up.
You've grown complacent. Allow me to liven the field.
I need you. Show yourself.
Creep.
Never leave my side again.
Sounds just like what's his face.
That guy from Slayer?
You totally
Yes.
beat me to it.
One is missing all of our quality content.
I cannot
Whoa!
defile.
Tanks down. Tanks down.
Forgot.
We have the Falcon too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a reset. That's too many there.
Stand in the purple.
Taunt,
Just-
taunt,
I was
taunt
gonna
the
say-
No, I took
taunt
her-
Sirenus.
Yeah, smack the dude.
You are
Oh, someone killed him. Go stand under the Hulk, maybe? Nope.
Slash Rude to Azara.
That might work.
I don't think
There's
that
something else you have to do this time.
works. Or just wait for the orbs to explode.
I really wanted to die from 10 stacks.
You end up with like 1 health.
Oh, is
Except
that what happened?
fair.
Yes. The first time we were in here, I didn't quite understand it. I got 10 stacks, and I'm like, huh. And then I died to like just a
I will
pulse.
outlive. I'm eternal.
Please, please don't. We need
He's
another
the
one.
eternal bear of the eternal palace.
I think he's the internal bear.
I got this, guys.
Just shift into cat form or something.
He was wrong. You have proven yourselves.
Alright, what killed the tank?
Worthy.
Cursed heart.
Well, I know I stepped in the purple stuff for a second, but I took 2 huge hits.
Serrated edge, and then melee.
180k each one.
Melee 181k.
Is there a console command for release? Because I don't have the release button.
Well, res.
Do you take that much damage if you're not quick enough moving them?
That is true. Maybe he was still breaking line of sight somehow.
Yeah, because I had already moved her to where I thought she'd be good. I wasn't paying attention to where he was.
But if he was if he was still
casting
clipping
a damn spear.
But if he was still clipping line of sight, technically, then yes, he would have been buffed, and that's why he hit that hard.
I didn't think he hit that hard. Oh well.
Yeah, this one here on this side does hit hard, but it's not as bad.
181k begs to differ.
I was watching Limits Raid the other day on Mythic, and the main tank didn't realize that he had stacked all the... He was too good at stacking all the puddles on top of each other, so he ran in to drop one and just like took a buttload of damage all at once and died. And he was like, oh my bad.
Everybody's got to learn. Oh, it's that way the fuck I keep seeing those. I was wondering why I'm seeing like portals, like with the eyeball in it during this fight. I thought it was a mechanic I didn't pay attention to. Turns out it's that trinket I got.
I got the pufferfish trinket on my monk yesterday.
It leaves portals with the orange eyes in it, just like the last boss I got it off of. And if I stand in it, I get intellect. I need to pay attention to that.
That's gonna suck for you on Zakul.
They probably look different enough, or one smaller.
They do. They do.
So.
They're very themed to that boss, but they're different than any portal he puts down.
At least it's not like that one trinket from last expansion that looked like literally exactly like the stuff on Xavius's dungeon.
2, 1.
So that's what. Come on, boss. There you go.
Cursed lovers to enter the stage.
Crap, you gotta put tricks up, man.
I need to get a Mac.
Yes, please.
Is there a target macro that targets a friendly tank?
Not by roll, no.
Help.
You are mine.
I'm gonna bubble.
I am also.
I am bubbled.
Allow me to liven the field.
Cyrannus needs a wee bit more.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is no power I cannot
More devastates, Brax.
Okay, we're back to being good again. Hulk.
Oh.
Oh, smash. No.
I think the ads need to die like right at the same time.
They do really need to die at the same time. She got buffed and killed the tank.
And I was frozen, so I couldn't react. We've never had issues on this before.
You've grown complacent. Allow
Let's just let the orbs explode and reset this.
Someone take 10 stacks for me.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll do that right now. I can't do it on this one. We don't have any up.
You couldn't. When I was by myself, I was standing and I wasn't. My stacks were not going up.
I don't think the tank counts. Maybe.
No, I can absorb it during the fight.
I was standing with him. Nothing.
Given willingly from a champion's frozen heart.
Stack her in the middle.
We were undercompensating and then we overcompensated. And
Yeah,
bad
I
things
shouldn't have came
happened.
off there.
I probably shouldn't be there.
Disappointing.
It's just kind of weird. We've never had trouble with that before either.
No, just don't get complacent. I mean, that's really all it is. Not thinking, kind of putting your brain in, oh, this is easy mode, and then you kind of fuck up, right?
Did you die being frozen?
I was frozen, and then she just started hitting me, and I couldn't like react.
But
She
normally,
she got buffed too, because he died.
well, doesn't it take her a few seconds to get buffed?
Not really. Pretty quick.
That reminds me of the Rastakhan fight where I didn't know of the meteor strike mechanic because I dodged it for a week.
Was it a week or was it just one night and you just got really lucky every pull we had?
No, it was at least more than one.
And then I come back 1 week. I'm like, why am I taking so much damage? Oh, this is a.
Yep.
And then I started keeping like a running tally of the times I just straight dodged it.
Yeah, let's watch their health. They need to die within a few seconds of each other, preferably like 2 or 3 at the most.
I really miss when druids used to just have dodge and fire lines.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tricks me, Graph.
I call the curse
That a boy.
to enter the stage. Their eyes long for one another, yet their gaze incurs calamity. Sirrus, keep going from my gaze! There is no power I cannot defile.
Oh.
You are mine. You've grown complacent. Allow me to liven
There's
the
2 by the other caster. Other boss.
I need you. Show yourself.
Cyrus is getting ahead again.
There is no power I cannot defile.
Back on him. Too slow. Halt. Ah, someone stunned it again. Something slow.
What the heck?
Okay, that was not doing that yesterday.
There's a Hulk over here. And we need to refill that again.
I've got my stack.
Okay, it's intermission done.
On.
Ads.
Under their heart, soon to be broken.
Kneel before your queen.
Comes big bomb.
3,
3 seconds.
2, 1.
Line of sight.
Taunt. We need more people taking stacks.
Yeah, we need to refill that one down there right by her.
10 seconds, I can grab a few.
Cal's at 0.
No.
And
Everyone's at 0.
I'm already in it.
Ad.
Under their heart, soon to be broken.
You get this big ad, Dad? Just look at the center. Nope. Too slow.
Taunt.
We're gonna have to soak that off.
I'll grab a couple.
I can't for 30 seconds.
Same.
Move her away. She's gonna totally drain that one.
From darkness, sirens come forth.
Intermission anyway.
Coax the power from
A little bit of time to fill these up.
Rattle the chains that bind him.
Azara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual.
You've only just come to this realization. First Arcanist indeed.
Champions,
You see the truth now, don't you, heroes? Every move you made has
Guard.
been according to my
Yes.
will.
Maybe I can. I can.
That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth by
Everyone's on that tide, mistress.
empowering your little
Get her before the shield goes up.
Taunt.
of a sleeping titan.
Myrmidon's up.
I got him.
A titan's heart was exactly what was needed. Not to heal the wound,
Fast enough on that ad.
but to shatter the prison.
We weren't or were?
Nope, she's chain lightning.
Delicious.
We're good.
Got her.
Taunt.
Diamond
Head to the other ward.
has been laid upon. The ritual nears completion. The Black Empire rises.
Reversal.
And the world awaits its true queen.
Kill the tide, mistress.
There will be no coronation.
You get a battle res out too.
Calistro, aid me.
Talk.
Together we can hold her here.
5, 4.
Now you will know what it means to
Big
be
bomb.
trapped, Azara.
Watch where that Myrmidon goes. I'm trying to figure out how to position him better.
Champions, claim victory.
Okay, start killing the Myrmidon too. Which you're cleaving on it.
Taunt.
Okay, kill the Myrmidon.
Watch.
I'm watching for the other one.
I don't think it's gonna come out now.
Nope, we're in the last phase now. Okay. Everyone needs to stay away from the console. Now's a good time to hero as well. It's 2. It's 3. I can't hit Grak because I don't want to say.
I think I beam.
Here comes the last pulse. Oh, never mind.
Move him toward the other one.
Okay, we're clear for overload. Keep going on the boss.
That's a bull right next to it.
As long as we
one
can
in
go
the
around
between
it.
chart.
Fair enough. But you...
AoE's coming.
This may not be the end for any of us. Your lust for power.
I need more stacks on that.
Hunger with which you pursue your desire.
We can move her to the previous one too.
Yeah, just be careful. Don't put in front of the console so I can still get to it.
Beyond your wildest imagination.
I got one more pulse to do.
Refuse and be crushed beneath the tides.
Okay, last
Hey,
pulse.
how many stacks do you have?
6 right now. 30 seconds.
Gaze.
You want to swap on mine and go
Oh,
down?
that's fine. I'm good. You're not gonna take the boss at 6 stacks.
Well, when mine drop. Or I can just get more stacks.
Go get more stacks. It's fine.
Here comes the AoE.
Should I just sit on one and soak it up with the essence on?
We got more stacks if you want it.
The ones that are low, we need more people on the ones that are low. Don't take too many stacks here, or AoE's gonna kill you.
I have the essence.
Oh, then just go balls on her.
I'm putting my balls on you.
Kinky.
Yep.
Res in 9 seconds.
You know what I mean.
I got it. I'll get Grak up. It's out.
Beam.
Watch
Get
the
out of the
beam.
red.
Right on the boss.
I'm not gonna pop the AoE anymore.
And reversal coming up.
Good job.
Hey.
Her body moved.
Cutscene?
Whoa. Can I get rezzed, maybe?
Please?
That bonus is really nice right when you're a rogue at the end.
It's really nice as a pal.
Was there a cutscene? I think my Azraid autopilot.
There's supposed to be a cutscene.
I didn't
have
see it.
not seen one.
Go watch it on YouTube.
I have. I've
Oh,
already
look, I
seen
got a
it.
ring. Hey, look, I got a 420 ring.
Nice. You gonna blaze that ring?
The really, really short version is for Shara. This is merely a
There it
setback.
goes. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Guess it waits everybody.
One out of 200.
Same.
Brax, you and I have the Cursed Lovers ring, which means we can target each other.
You're
It
cursed
should be
lover.
fun.
Screw you, Greg.
Thanks for the group, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, I haven't looked up to see like the best situations for that ring. I don't know if tanks would swap it with each other or put it on other people.
As my mom would say, up jump the devil and fork the road.
My mom would say, "Get off that computer."
Eternal Palace was merely a setback.
You're all welcome.
Where is
I
that?
like.
I'm so binding my ring to you.
Well, time to take a couple minutes and then come back in for heroic.
Yeah, I don't think I've got quite the gear for heroic stuff just yet.
Nonsense.
You're pulling your weight.
What? We did heroic the first day. What are you talking about?
We actually did.
I mean, Cal. To be fair, you only did a tad bit less damage than I did. So.
Did more damage than Rex did. I'm waiting for the sobbing to start.
That buff was unusual.
It's fun though. It's fun when you play like a rogue or pally type building.
Took me a second to realize I was instant casting.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's a soft enrage.
Rex, you and I were pretty close on damage on that fight.
This week is a little weird. I gotta wake up kind of early tomorrow, so I'm actually gonna duck out. But I'll be back next week.
Yeah, I don't know why your threat generation is so much higher than mine.
Different class.
Thanks for letting me go back up. You'll take it easy.
clan faces great peril in
Help it out.
You need the quest for that, don't you?
honor demands we fulfill our oath. At
But yeah,
any
if you have the
cost.
quest, you can turn in there.
I do not have the quests.
I will not rest until Ajara is defeated and our oath has been honored.
Did anybody listen to the Coltrane's news podcast?
No, is it any good?
Oh, it's hilarious.
What's it called?
Azeroth Public Radio.
So I really liked it when he did the CTR podcast. Once he left, I kind of lost interest in it.
He uses a lot of it since he's a video editor, trailer editor by trade. He uses a lot of that skill in the show. I linked the website.
Perfect.
So if my neighbors had their windows down, they definitely just heard me bellowing out Adele. Are we inside? Or some of us? Oh, there's a crazy knot in my shoulder.
Get your wife to rub it better.
Single.
Pay somebody to pretend to be your wife to rub it better.
Come over. I'll rub better for you.
On my way.
Phrasing.
We're cursed lovers after all.
I was about to say, you two are cursed lovers.
That's a surprisingly long cast time. You can't change that. That's all week.
Yeah, did you know that?
I mean, that's how it's worded. I'm just surprised you can't change it.
If the player's offline, it just don't work.
No, you gotta be, I think, within 20 yards of each other.
You think he won't be? That's cute.
Every 5 seconds, sacrifice about 5,000 health to heal the wearer of your boundary for the same amount while they are within 20 yards and more injured than you.
My buddy has that one right now, and he's killed a couple people with. especially on trash pulls.
Oh my god. 50%. Okay, so you can. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You could kill me with that.
correct.
Oh my. Even in bear form. Jesus.
It's, don't get me wrong. If you hit under 25% health, you don't. It automatically comes off of you. But for someone who doesn't know it's there and then takes a ton of damage after, it's
Yeah. Yeah, if they're already taking damage.
Yep.
That's funny. Well, yeah, I'm glad they added that, because otherwise you could just kill anyone in your raid party.
We are bound to each other.
Wow.
The best part about it is if you're off tanking, or if I'm off tanking, you're getting healed by me. If you're off tanking, I'm being healed.
Yeah. It's not a whole lot, but I mean, that's more than 1% of my health. Every 5 seconds. I guess it adds up.
I look at my damage prevented, and I'm like, ignore pain and resounding protection. You're like, diamond barrier, earth warden, null barrier. I'm like, all these damn skills I've got.
Yeah, but that shows how crazy that diamond barrier trinket is, because that's 35% of my damage absorption. Null barrier is the minor essence that I got yesterday.
Where is that one from, anyway?
It's from Mechagon Rust Bolt.
It's from the new raid, the new heroic instance.
I got another.
No, it's rep. Wait a minute. What essence do I have equipped? I have concentrated flame. Huh. So every time I thought I was taking reduced damage, I was just shooting the boss of fire. I must have been in this form when I added.
Hold on, you were doing damage to the boss, and I almost caught up to you? What the hell?
Wait, how much healing did I do to myself with the passive on that? That doesn't show up.
Which one?
The minor essence for Crucible of Flame. Spells and abilities have a chance to cauterize your target or heal an ally for 10,000 damage over 10 seconds. So either I was just constantly doing damage, or I just wasn't healing, or it doesn't even show up. Guess I should change that. But yeah, that the minor on that null barrier is magic damage, so that's kind of handy.
Yeah, that diamond barrier is awesome.
I think we're good.
I wouldn't be surprised if, well, I don't know. The trinkets in this raid are pretty cool.
I think we're good. Chris shows up and puts us at 7. So
Yeah, he's home. It'll just take him some time to get here. So go ahead and he'll join.
that'll put us at 17, which is good for this. Who needs summons?
I'll be honest, I haven't
The last two?
looked at the
Although they're
changes for
close.
this.
Ooh.
I wish I could remember this guy's name.
It's Thack. I mean, Thack based his transmog off of that guy. So.
The only thing I wish is that you could hover over and it tells you what character that's from. Because some of them are.
It should.
That is Kael'thas. Grak is... Are you the boss from Draktharen Keep?
Adric the Pure. Graph.
Okay. Is that from one of the monastery ones or whatever?
Trial of the Crusader.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the dungeon.
I think Grak is the last boss in Draktharen Keep.
I think everyone's here. Looks like it.
Yeah, he's the mammoth, isn't he?
Go to trash.
Oh, could be
Get to the first boss.
from Gundrak.
Oh, that troll.
No, he's the last boss from Gundrak. Not the mammoth one, the rhino one.
Is that a trinket crack?
It's the transmogrifier thing.
I guess I missed it.
All these allies just trying not to make eye contact while we're casually killing them off.
You guys got this. You got this. Don't worry about it. You got it.
We're gonna sit here and look like we're about to fight, but we're gonna stand there and do nothing.
Don't make me fight, don't make me fight, don't make me fight.
They're covering our flanks. I mean, to be fair, there's 16 of us and there's 10 of them.
Just proves Blizzard still sucks at scaling raids.
It almost makes you wonder why all this trash is in here.
It's a welcoming party?
It looks cooler.
It's pacing.
Remember what was the raid that used to come in and farm for BOEs or something?
Black Temple?
Fireland. Well,
there's another
Fireland,
one, too.
it was as much rep as you were doing anything else.
Might have been Highmaw, yeah.
Yeah, it was Highmaw.
I know people used to do it with Bastion of Twilight as well.
Yes,
Yes.
actually that's the one I was thinking of.
Cloth, especially, from Bastion of Twilight.
Oh, shit. Ah! I don't have repentance anymore. Forgot.
I don't have wild charge.
Okay, well, shit. I had one of them locked, but it came...
Your problem.
So bad. Watch the pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
All the mats to make a Tomer on my other character. Leave it all.
sap that one. What do you need? I've got a bunch.
Just a tome to go back to repentance.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
sap the pat.
Not the big ones, no. The small ones you can.
Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Backing up.
After this pull, I'll give you one.
Alright, I'll have to make a bunch.
I haven't bought some of the new ones, so in case anyone's essences were wonky. Like,
You can do essences in the field?
yeah,
Can you?
Tome of the Quiet Mind.
You can just do them in general, I thought. I know you don't
No.
have to go back to the forge to do both of them.
Yes, you do.
I've got those ones. The good.
But you have to go back to the forge to put new ones in, but I switched
Ah,
mine
boy.
outside the...
There's a
So
monk in
an
here?
arrested area. Cool.
Was that a Ring of Peace?
Yes.
Is that a monk? What?
Can't believe I knew what that looked
Dying
like.
guy.
Your guys are standing in cross camp.
Yeah, please stop standing in it.
Oh.
We thought that was the mages.
Genuinely, yes.
It was theirs.
We thought it was our mage.
The Fire Mage?
He's not firing.
Shut up.
He was fired
Are you
last night
frosting
until
my-
I called out the fire. Oh,
It's
Do I
got a
triple these?
it's got a red ring in the inside. It's bad.
Holy shit, this trinket can spawn multiple portals on top of each other. I have an additional 6,600 intellect
Nice.
for a few seconds.
And the monk still beat it.
I only got it at the end there. I was like, there's 3 portals around me. Do they stack? Sure enough, I went through them all.
Oh, Kelly got a BOE.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. Do you still need a tome?
Might as well do it now,
Do you
yeah.
need the essence or the regular?
Just she's just trading me a regular one. I just gotta change the talent. Oh. Didn't I get one? Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I got one.
Okay.
There we go. Done. Okay. Green side, blue side,
Mist, you're on another
realm.
realm. Sorry.
Differences. 2 things. Whenever you get your mark, your green or blue mark, they're gonna start stacking. Blue, you have to basically keep moving every once in a while to not fill your bar. Green, stand
Codex
still, and
going down.
green is stand still, and your bar will disappear. You'll actually get a bar on your screen now in Heroic. The overflow thing, the thing where you have to kind of move away and explode, that takes more than one person now because it does more damage. And occasionally she'll swap pools on the ground, but no one's gonna be standing those anyway, so it's not really a big deal. Otherwise, the fight's the same as on normal. Everything else still exists.
Do we get bars too?
I don't know.
I don't think so for the.
Well, if we do, it's gonna be my luck. I'm gonna have the blue side.
The tanks do.
Anybody else who
Do you
needed
know?
anything? There's a codex down.
Do you know if you can jump to clear the stacks for blue.
I think so.
That's usually my preferred method of doing that kind of mechanic.
Yeah. So green tries to move as little as possible. You're gonna have to try and it'll force you to try and drop some stuff out of the room. Just make sure don't run on the edge of the room because you want to try and keep them as low as possible. Just try and put them where no one's standing. We'll have to adjust.
I'm just picturing a dog that got into the garbage. Drop it, drop it, drop it.
Yeah. People need to help soak others unless they have an immunity. Yeah, help soak, please. Int buff, please. Yep.
There's something disturbing about the like Overwatch Moonkins doing that.
We're good. Let's go.
You look like you're trying to herd us toward the boss.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm blue.
I'm green.
LDY
Taun's on 4.
puts it at the top of the screen. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. We don't want too many stacks.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Missiles. Same thing.
Is that the thing we got a stack for?
Didn't
I'm
even
guessing
notice.
yes.
Didn't even notice. Sorry. Yes, that is. That's overflow.
3, 2.
That's a really fun spot to drop that, guys.
That was an accident. I didn't even know that was on.
Oh, taunt.
I did.
Yes. It will
Didn't work.
Oh shit. I gotta move sides. Yeah, remember if you get inversion, you're gonna switch probably. That's what people are missing.
Oh, so the other Frost was supposed to move across the room.
Apparently, I'm back on blood again. Changed. It said I changed, and then it put me back.
It's the thing we got a stack for.
Yeah, if you see people doing that, you have to help them stack.
Unity. Never mind.
Such an easy target.
Brax, you gotta run into Frost.
That's tank down. I'm gonna go battle res.
I've been running into the Frost as because they're switching on our side. They're constantly changing.
What? What's changed?
Well, you have to run into the Frost. You had too many stacks of something. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay, let's just reset this.
Okay.
When it switches the sides, Frost people need to go over to the other side of the.
Yes.
The people need to. And I
Okay.
forgot to do that, but.
Oh, we're actually switching sides completely.
Keep in mind, there's two things that are going on here. There's inversion, which is when the boss actually decides you need to change. You need to change, and it forces you to change. At that point, you should kind of be in the middle, move close to the middle of the room while you pulse, and then you switch. Then there's the other one where you overflow because you're hit by the opposite color as you. That's when DBM gets a little confused there because it thinks that you're about to change, but you're really not. You're just pulsing damage and then puts you back where you were.
Heard.
I'm trying to. You had, I think, too many stacks of toxic brand.
I had 9 stacks.
Yeah, so you had reduced healing received by 45%, plus you were taking a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
You clear that by taking the opposite, or in this case, frost damage. It's the thing that does AoE damage to the whole raid. But if you're that high as a tank, that just... We didn't run into that all that much the first week we came in here, but I did have that happen to me.
So, getting hit by the shards that are coming out of the boss will reset it?
No, well, technically yes, but that's not because of the shards. It's because you take damage from the opposite element. If you go and stand in one of the ice elementals while you are green, it'll do the exact same thing because the ice patches. Same exact thing.
But you get a...
But the easiest way for me to reset them is just to get hit by an ice shard.
That's one way, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're getting stacks because you're either taking extra damage from the ice... I'm sorry. The poison spears, or you're staying too long in the pools that you're dropping, I think.
Yes, that gives you stacks as well.
Also...
And
please
I noticed that people are getting confused with spears and the soak. When you get if you're frost and you get a poison spear, a spear, don't run to the edge because someone on the poison side needs to take the spear off of you. Just run to the middle where no one is, and someone can pick it up off.
Yeah.
Also, melee. If you see where Ith is, keep this corridor here clear for me, because that's where I have to drop my stacks every time we swap. We tank. So I'm gonna literally fill that whole area.
Yeah, you're gonna have to adjust this slightly because it is heroic and things hit a lot harder. Things you probably didn't even notice before hit you harder now.
Well, the boss doesn't really hit that much harder.
No, but the mechanics do. When you see someone on your side that's got the swirly vortex around them, that means they need help soaking. There should at minimum be one extra person there, probably two with them. And please don't run all the way to the edge of the room away from everybody. There's lots of room in the room. We don't need to be absolutely sure they're at the edge of the room. Inner edge or the outer edge? Yes.
Five,
Here's hoping I'm blue again.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, going too far.
That's a bad place for those guys.
Just deal with it. I don't want people running too far, so...
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, taunt.
I will pierce your heart. My power cannot be contained.
I taunted early. No worries.
2, 1. In the depths, everything changes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth. My power cannot be contained.
if you're on the poison side and you get to something you need to soak, please don't run too far. Because we
Yeah.
all need to run and then we get extra stacks.
4,
Lots of room.
2, 1.
I will pierce your heart.
Somebody needs to come take this poison javelin off me. Thank you.
Everything changes.
Pretty sure that was supposed to be a green person though.
Yeah, it was. Can we get the battle res out? Okay, never mind healer and now we need healer up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Oh, that was really bad.
Yeah.
We had the opposite sides. A lot of people got hit.
Cannot be contained.
Need somebody to help soak?
Your tactics are pathetic.
Four, 3, 2,
Oh.
1.
It's about to start moving too.
Time to wash away the filth. My power cannot be contained.
My fault for not moving.
Yeah.
See now, see when she switches the pools, that's a good time.
You guys completely blocked me off.
You're going too far. It's fine.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
I fall into this category, but I keep getting frozen by the ice because I keep forgetting to move. And that's my fault for not doing that.
Can you move the little bar up higher so you can see it better?
Oh, it's at the top of my screen. And DBM's yelling at me saying I need to move, so it's totally my dirt. Totally my dirt
Yes.
for not paying attention to it. All I have to do is, like, shimmy around a little bit. Or jump. That'd be fun. Yeah, the one time the boss was completely flipped around and we got the opposite
Yeah.
things on either side, and that fucked over a lot of people. A lot of people got hit.
Yeah, I ran into the opposite one, so I did a lot of damage.
We probably had about 10 overflows going on. Or inversions, whatever they're called. Unstable mixture, that's what.
It would make sense to try to tank her in the middle.
No, it was just that one time. Every other time she was fine. She just
It's
basically
not-
she needs to be 180 degrees from where she is, facing 180 degrees from where she is right now. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people, including myself. We're all kind of guilty of it.
Really not that hard to sidestep the crap she expels. But if you put her in the middle, that's going to make it more difficult because there's less time to sidestep it.
She's fine where she is. She just needs to be facing the right way when she starts casting. And we already know that she faces the tank. Starts that.
I think all we're asking is not to drop shit in our where we're trying to drop.
You have both sides of the room.
No, he has one side.
No, they're gonna swap. She's gonna swap the type on you. So
No, she doesn't swap us.
She swaps the one to shit on the ground.
Correct. We know that. Doesn't mean we don't have more room. We still have to drop shit in the spots.
It's not gonna be perfect. You're doing there's slightly different mechanics for a different level of boss. You're just gonna have to adjust.
I guess I'm standing in everything. We're gonna just get the AoE explosions every time I have to go to the...
You should be clearing your stacks. The tank should be clearing their stacks far more often than everybody else.
I clear my stacks every time I drop off the crap.
In fact, it makes it easier when they swap them and they're so close to you because then you just go touch it and come back. instead of having to run across the room and find a different one of the opposite color. She'll just switch them for you.
That's fine. We're just asking to leave those areas for us to.
We're not going to fill the room. It's fine. There's lots of room. Not taking the rents? Go. Now we're waiting.
I was gonna say it didn't adjust it yet.
Alright. I guess that's true. It waits 60 seconds, doesn't it? Yeah. Still active. For 60 seconds. There we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth. My power cannot be contained. In the depths, everything changes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
My power, time to wash away the filth.
Oh, I got hit by that.
What the? Yeah, what just killed so many people?
She turns around to cast whatever on someone, and then she immediately goes into the AoE. That has nothing to do with the tank's position.
No.
Not on that one.
She didn't have time to reset back to the tank position to do it. No, I get that. But to be fair, they're giant missiles that people should be avoiding. There shouldn't be a reason except for being totally stuck to be getting hit by the missiles. I'm just looking at
That was my bad with Dane.
Frost Mark, Overflowing Chill.
I took a ton of damage for no reason from someone.
Crushing Reverberation.
Just lost the monk.
Yeah, I get it.
Not surprised.
Crushing Reverberation is the one where the people is the one where people need to stack in front of the boss or around the boss. What's wrong, Greg?
When you have the green swirly, you're supposed to stack. Are you supposed to also stack with the frost one?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I did wrong.
The only time you should not stack with someone is if they have inversion. Because then they're going to pulse out damage of whatever they're changing, which will increase your stacks or give you mixture.
Okay, I'm confused on when do we switch sides? When the essentially the floor one switch color?
The floor pools will switch. She will also mark a couple random people within what's called inversion. Those people, DBM will scream it out. That person starts exploding for a little bit, and it swaps them to the other color.
But everybody as a group should switch sides on that?
It's
or
only
no?
a few random people. It's not everyone. The only time your mark should change is when you get inversion.
Okay,
Okay. No, go ahead.
No, I got it figured out. Okay.
Okay, so we're not going to switch sides when the floor changes.
No.
Okay.
In fact, if you not switching gives you an opportunity because that brings the other color to your side that you can drop your stacks if you need to. Right?
What's a good number to drop it at? How high do you want us to not get above?
That's what I was going to ask.
Trying to remember what the number would be.
You feel like 3 or 4 is about right?
Every time you drop your stacks, though, there's a pulsing damage, is there not?
Yes, to the entire raid. Which, if only 1, 2, or 3 people are doing it, not too bad. But when a shit ton of people do it, because they fuck up and everyone gets hit by, the opposite colored spears or the missiles, then it all stacks up pretty high. Yeah, see, there's everything I'm reading. No one gives a specific amount of stacks. It's just whatever's unbearable.
Because I had like 6 or 7 when I died.
I feel like anything above 5 is really bad.
Yes, because Toxic Brand, the more stacks you have, you have 5% healing taken. Healing received by 5% is reduced by 5% for every stack, and the other one reduces your movement. Honestly, I would say if you start hitting 5, it's probably time to clear it.
Clear? Okay.
I did not realize that Crushing Reverberation can be split between people of the same color as the tank.
It's going to do it on the tank. That's why the melee should be on or near the tank in order to split that. Otherwise, it's 417 physical damage. Yeah. Cooldown works as well. Because it's physical damage, right?
Yeah.
I almost always block it, so.
Yeah, if I'm splitting, I don't seem to take too much damage from it, so. Hang on, I'm trying to watch something.
So yeah.
Okay, I just have one question. How do I drop my stacks?
Opposite color.
You have to take damage of the opposite color.
Okay.
So really, there's 3 ways. One of them I don't want anyone doing, and that's stand in the explosion from someone else. The two best ways are either A, get hit by a missile, although that causes a lot of problems because everyone else, because you're kind of stacking on top of other people, not really controlled. And then the other way is just stand in, just dip your toe into one of the pools that's of the opposite color.
Gotcha.
That's the easiest way and controllable way because you can do it at any time. Especially when she switches them, so she'll literally bring the other one to your side for you for half the fight.
Stacks are separate from the meter that you have.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
What is the number that you should drop stacks on?
Five, or if you start hitting 5 or 6, it's probably a good time to seek out getting rid of them.
Gotcha.
I don't think it does.
And are we hearing off the top?
Yes. Good if?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the pools disappear.
Over time?
I don't think they do.
Well, the video I was watching, they all disappeared.
They get moved, and I'm pretty sure they do run out over time. It's just a long time.
Yeah, because the video I was watching, they actually moved the boss closer to the center and stacked all the... They dropped everything like in the corner behind where she's standing now. And then once those dropped, they were free to move her back up there.
Yeah.
And I saw another one that pulled her right to the entrance here.
As long as you pick one position and kind of keep her there, that's all you really need. It's just a matter of knowing where to go and where not to go. I don't see a reason to have to move her to the door.
No.
I could see moving her forward maybe a little bit just so you have a little more room on either side, but pretty much where she starts is. This is all mechanic.
5,
all avoiding shit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
For Queen Azara!
First overflow's going out.
My power cannot be contained.
So please.
That was harder to see.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Barrage. Remember, you're dodging these.
I also have no idea where that bar is on my screen.
Go to the other side with that. Oh, okay.
In the depths, everything changes.
I'm gonna go hit the thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Too many.
My power cannot be contained.
Let's pull them back over a little bit.
Your tactics are pathetic.
Yeah, we should have ice blocked that.
I just used ice block.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the
I
filth.
forgot I was supposed to move.
Yeah, we seem to have a lot of people that forget to do that.
My power cannot be contained. Such an easy target.
Shit.
In the depths, everything changes.
I walked right into it.
My power cannot be contained.
Remember, when you're exploding, you're doing damage to everyone around you as well.
If you see someone else exploding, you should stay away from them too. It's everyone's responsibility.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Raj.
My power cannot be contained. Such an easy target.
I've got the toxic javelin.
In the depths, everything changes.
Can you pull her back a little bit?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
That's gonna be a lot of AoE.
A minute.
Cannot be contained.
I must have gotten clipped.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth. My power cannot be contained. I will pierce your heart.
You poison Grak or ice?
2,
We're up at it. And it goes 3.
What on?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
That is so stupid. I'm inside her when she cast that, and I can't get out.
Keep going.
Guys, I gotta pull her out.
Cannot be contained.
Taunt.
Four, 3, 2,
Barrage.
No, there's an rage. Maybe?
Yeah.
Berserk.
Yeah, Berserk.
Everything changes. Is that the best you can do?
I gotta piss like a racehorse. I'll be right back.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Worthless scum. You are
857,000.
before my queen.
Well, it just means we have to keep people alive and not have 5 people dead before we even get to like 25%.
I got clipped by Frost twice when I didn't think I should have been, but whatever. There's some kind of weird timing that Brax and I have to figure out with the 4 stacks coming off of the overwhelming barrage.
Yeah, they shouldn't be dropping them at the boss. They should be dropping them.
Well, some of that could be the tanks too, because if we're trying to stick to the 4 stacks, usually during the overwhelming barrage, she's not meleeing, so our drop off is counting down. And if there's a delay with her meleeing that tank after the barrage, then we drop a pull right where we're standing next to her. But
What's causing you to drop a pool?
it's the timing.
When the stack drops off?
Yeah, every time we tank swap, we drop a pool.
Every time she hits us, we get a stack. We have to keep swapping out around 4 stacks.
Upon
That's why we-
expiration, a pool of frozen ground is created. Yeah, upon expiration.
So unless we have to play with getting the secondary stacks, where I take or whoever's poison takes a healing reduction, and then whoever's frost runs the risk of getting frozen.
Well, you just jump. You don't. That's all. Right.
No. If we stand too long and take too many frost hit, it freezes us in place. It's not rime frost. It's frozen ground, which applies frost mark.
Yeah, which is the same thing that we're avoiding too.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that every time she hits us, we get those stacks. So we're constantly
Not
switching.
not Frostmark. No. You should be avoiding Frostmark by jumping up and down and moving left or right or whatever you have to do, just shimmying to get rid of it. Yeah, you might take a few extra stacks because you're having to avoid a few other things, but there's no reason you should be getting frozen.
No, I don't think that's really an issue. The issue is the poison side.
No, so the stacks, the tanking stacks that you get, if you have the frost one, for instance, and then she gives you the poison one, you immediately drop the frozen ones. That's why a pool is appearing below you, because you cannot have both stacks at the same time.
But that's not happening to us. That's not the problem we're running into.
Well,
the problem. No, hold on, Kevin. The problem we're running into is when she is casting her little Nova thing. It takes, while she's casting that, we're not being hit, which means our stacks are dropping down. We have 5 seconds to get out and drop our dot.
But for the most part, it seems there's just enough time for her to run up and slap the 4th hit on you. It's the times when that doesn't happen, like it was once or twice during the last fight for me, and then there was a stack right underneath me in melee range.
So it just means that we have to taunt at lower stacks at that point in time. If it's happening and you have it, I'll taunt on you, or vice versa.
Just taunt on the overwhelming assault?
Pretty much at this point in time.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because I noticed every time I'm like, okay, please hit me, and then toward the end of the fight, she didn't.
Well, there was one time where it's like, please hit me, and you've got 4 stacks. You took a 5th stack because of it.
Which is fine.
It was fine. We just have to have not as many people die next time. If we had even one person up, we would have killed it last time. It would have been close, don't get me wrong. I'd like not to be that close to Berserk, but...
And... yeah, because if it's in melee range, that throws off the whole positioning for the overwhelming assault, for me at least. And then I'm like inside the assault and I have to run out so I don't get hit by the spears, and it's stupid.
2,
Whatever.
1.
I really hate being frog.
My power cannot be contained.
Oh. Say, why is that over here?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Missiles.
Taunt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Missile.
I guess taunt.
My power cannot be contained.
I'm gonna drop some stacks.
I'm frozen.
Oh.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Wash away the filth.
Drop my stacks once.
I taunted, sorry.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah, how was the timing on that one? Not good?
Nope.
Yeah. I got people with inversion that keep running over on me. You get inversion, you need to be avoiding people, not running into them. Inversion overflow are two different abilities.
I taunted.
That's overflow. People should stack for.
Oh, I'm disoriented.
Is that the best you can do?
Where is the bar on my screen?
Mine's down at the bottom.
That LVY puts it right at the top. I think default UI puts it at the bottom.
Yes, it's kind of in the bottom center-ish.
Nah, there's.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Worthless scum! You are unfit to grovel before my queen.
In my dominoes, it's where encounter would go. So you may have to look it up.
For LVUI, the only spot that even makes sense on my screen would be right at the top.
It's right in the top on the middle, in the middle on the top.
Is it that widget top container?
I will tell you.
I use LVI and mine's top center too.
I think it's called the alternative power. Yes, alternative power.
Whose alternative power?
No, that's the name of the box where the bar appears in LVI. It should be at the top middle, behind a few things. Yes, overflow is stack. Inversion is spread out and keep away from everybody. And keep away from them too.
Oh God, is that? It's behind my buffs.
Ah.
Yeah, I had to move my weak auras to get it so it didn't overflow it, overstack.
It's above my my health bar, behind all my behind my rolling buffs. I moved it. I thought the alternative power was mine. Like I thought that was my raid.
No. That's for things that have another power bar in the fight.
Okay.
I think that's also used maybe for the PvP thing when you're like an AB and it shows you who's winning. I think. Might be. Yeah, during overflow, when people have the whirling effect and stuff on them, people need to stack it. And yes, you don't need to stack directly on top of them as long as you're within, I think it's 5 yards, maybe it's 8.
I think we're screwing up when we the tanks are screwing up
5
too.
yards. 5 yards.
But I think we're screwing up when we go get when we step into the other pool to drop our stacks. We get the other color for a few seconds. I think we're like I'm charging back in and I'm hitting me.
No, you're not. Well, okay, you're not getting the other stack per se. You are getting the catalyst debuff which causes you to pulse damage to everyone in the raid. That one is not that one's not proximity. That hits everyone in the room.
Oh,
That one does not matter. You're going to hit everyone regardless. It's inversion is the one that's hitting people that are trying to stack on it, and you shouldn't.
And I don't think I hit Frost at all during that. Okay, so does the venomous blood go down if you stand still?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's the first time I've ever become delirious from that, and it was maybe because I was running the stacks further away.
Yes, green, you want to move as little as possible. It's actually not that bad. It's really easy to get rid of once you notice it's up, because you just stand still for a few seconds. But if you don't notice it, yes, you get stunned. Melee don't have to run too far. You just want to get kind of out of melee, away from the boss a little bit, and then people should come and help you as well to stack in it. We just don't want to be dropping the shit on the ground around the boss. That's all. That's the only thing that's important.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For Queen Ashara! My power cannot be contained!
Two, one.
Taunt.
That's a toxic. The one on green side needs to come get that. Like, you should have moved in the middle of the room as soon as you were targeted.
See, there was an issue where I just got it and I dropped it.
Wrong side of the room.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth!
Got her.
My power cannot be contained!
What? Why are you taking chill to that side?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away
Taunt.
the filth! My power cannot be contained! In the depths,
I got her.
everything changes.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the
Huh?
filth! My power cannot be contained!
Stack for swirlies.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth!
I'll have to drop my stacks after this.
Javelin, cross javelin.
Everything changes.
Yep.
I've got from at 4. I'm going to go ahead and drop
4,
them.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
My power, time to wash away the filth.
Immune.
That was close.
I had no choice.
I was at like 0.2 seconds. We gotta back her up a little bit away from the wall.
What?
My power cannot be contained.
Pull it out more, warrior.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
I'll take it still.
I got her, don't worry.
Okay.
In the depths, everything changes.
Yeah, 1 minute for 15%.
Power cannot be contained.
4,
Got a battle res too. Let's just use it.
1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Got her.
Why?
My power
I'm gonna bubble this. Don't bother on green. Yeah, 15 seconds. 5%.
can do.
Four.
I don't know where that last one under me came from.
Well, there was
need
one
more.
that I was dropping. I had to jump across the room, and the boss followed.
At least you got 10 of those orbs from her.
Oh, you need that, Rex?
It's the highest item medal I got on that slot. I can't trade it.
Damn.
Sloppy, but it worked. That's what she said.
13
Thanks for
minutes. Are
going
we
heels.
gonna go any further?
No, it'll be 10 minutes before we even get to the fish boss at this point. A little trash.
Exactly.
That's fine. First boss, whatever.
For a chance for PoE.
Later, Rex.
Hey, look, a portal.
Urges it. What?
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, all.
Right.
Wanted to spend more time at Heroic, but whatever.
I gotta look up the fights on Heroic, the changes.
Still gotta figure out why it seems to be that when we have this group, there's just some people just don't seem to understand the mechanic. Even after we died on that like what 5 times, and in that last pull, I'm still watching people that are like, you got overflow frost, and they go to the other side of the room, like they're waiting for toxic people to come over and stand with them.
Man, that was like the 4th pull. Like, people are learning. That's probably it.
Just remember,
we did
DBM
this
will
fight-
scream.
We did this on normal. And that's not a new mechanic.
You don't have to do any mechanics on normal. Just
DBM screams at you during that fight. You almost never have to actually move over to the other side though. It screams at you when you when you start exploding. So
Yes.
you should take that for what it is and move away from everyone else. when you get stunned, that's when you've been in.
Yeah, the inversion it gets confused because the same mechanics happen for the inversion as it does when you take the caustic.
I mean, ultimately, as long as you're not standing in the other color and you're spreading them out, like it's kind of fine.
Overall, that last pull wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I was really getting pissed off at that. Like, he was just dropping his pulls, like, right behind the boss.
Yeah.
It'll all get better with time and repetition.
It's gonna have to. It's the first boss.
Yeah.
You get better with gear. That was part of that fight was a gear problem. We probably shouldn't have had so many pulls, or we probably wouldn't have so many pulls if we had better gear. But you know, first night on that,
Well,
or
my goal-
second
my goal-
night.
My goal right now
Less than 10 pulls. That's not bad.
for the first boss. I know a lot of groups that are three bosses dead in heroic and they haven't killed the last 2 bosses on normal yet. So I would take that as a measure of the first 3 bosses on heroic are technically for people easier than the last 2 bosses on normal, and we've killed the last 2 bosses on normal. Granted, only once each, but still, not the point.
I thought we killed Zakul twice.
Yeah.
We have.
Okay, fair enough. You're right, 2, and then once on Ashara. So now my plan is Tuesday for at least 1 more week, if not maybe 2, depending on how loot goes. To do normal on the Tuesday and then go into heroic on the Wednesday.
Especially if the warlock does want to come, they would definitely want to see them on normal first.
Right, but I don't want to do what happened with the last raid where we spent like 2 months in normal.
No. And almost get the AOTC anyway.
So we'll see. If next week, if a lot of people are still needing the gear from normal, then that's fine. We'll do 1 more week. But if I find people are just trading it off most of the time, then or not going anywhere, since it's sharding or so forth, then we'll just do 1 more week.
I just want 1 trinket. Like, that's all I want.
I wanted those bracers. I need bracers, pants, weapon, and shield.
I got 440 bracers, so any bracers I get, go to you. Yeah.
The bracers and pants you can get from the benthic gear and upgrade it.
Oh, that's true. Could do that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Do I even have a benthic bracer? Man.
They drop from the rares, they drop from doing the quests, just pretty much anywhere out there they will.
Oh no, I already mailed a ton of them to my mage to clear my bags out, so I'm gonna go see what I mailed her.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. Go shopping and see what you sent, and because I've done the same thing and then had to transfer things around a little bit because I learned that a couple of pieces are actually pretty darn good trait wise and stuff, and if you get a socket, they're pretty good.
I just need some damn stuff off of that eyeball box. Or, not eyeball, it's not an eyeball, it's the... What? Yes,
Oh,
the
the
hatchery.
squidly?
No bracers though.
It has the hammer I want, and it also has the trinket that I would really like, because it's like the best one from...
Oh, gauntlets. Pant. I can upgrade pant.
Oh, well, I've got to go to bed. Good night, guys.
Night.
Although I haven't seen, like, where do you find punch cards that are over 404? Like,
Dude, are there any ones?
I would assume so, because otherwise that locks the trinket at 404, and it's kind of crap. Yeah, I don't think the trinket's all that worth it. I mean, it might be worth it to keep it, to throw it back on during, I think it's some better punch cards. It might be good to just keep throwing it on during the underwater boss, but other than that, it's kind of...
Yeah, that's what I learned about it. I was using it all until I got this new trinket. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm not keeping a 410 trinket just because it's got sockets in it.
the main problem is it's my highest eye level trinket right now. Because I have not gotten anything better than the damn vial of animated.
I still have a 415 from last raid.
I didn't get any trinkets from last raid either. That was. No, I got one trinket and it was a shit trinket, even though it was actually pretty good. Because it. And then I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna use this anymore. I've not gotten any. Whatchamacallit. On the right side, 7 more reliquaries, and I'll be close to getting an upgrade on my trait that I'm not going to use until I have the 3rd level upgrade, because it's the only time it edges out over Vision of Perfection. Meanwhile, I have to run Mechagon 4 more times.
420 pant. I guess that's better than normal. And it gives me a socket.